everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Kimmy here.
Mom here. Hi.
Hi. So we're going to be watching Forrest Gump. I know this is a big movie. It's been highly requested. It won a recent poll. This came out in 1994, and we know Tom Hanks is in it. Actually, Kim brought that up. So I saw parts of this movie on TV, on and off, never, surprise, surprise, in one full session. So I do know some things that happen in it. I'm curious on how much I missed. I want to say maybe I watched 30%, maybe 40%. I'm like trying to be specific here on exactly how much I watched. But Tom Hanks is the main character. And Kim was mentioning that she saw maybe parts of it also on TV a long time ago. But
yeah, it must have been on when the kids were watching it. I don't know.
So pretty much we're all going into this blind, mainly you guys and me with a couple parts here and there. The director for this is Robert Zemeckis, and I probably said that wrong. I apologize. We have seen his movies before, Back to the Future, and maybe a few others if you guys can let us know. I'm trying to get more familiar with the directors. We know main ones like Steven Spielberg, but other ones like really deserve the credit, and I usually look it up afterwards and tag it in our videos. But before that, I'm like, hey, wait a second, hey, who did this video? And good job, guys, because we love those movies we watch and the shows. This is rated PG-13, so hopefully it's not too scary. We try to judge that to see, like 1994, PG-13 might not be so bad. But Kim, you mentioned that it is during the Vietnam War.
Yes.
Or something that you
remember
saw.
That.
And yeah, so it might be scary. I don't know if it's going to be just fully focused.
Well, hopefully it's not like what we watched with Tom Hanks with the last.
Oh,
yes, that was
too.
such a good movie. Holy
Right?
crap. I love Saving Private Ryan. We were so emotional during that.
Good. Yeah.
And I don't want to say spoilers about that if you guys haven't seen our video to that, but that was really good. And I love all your comments on everything that we watch. It's always so interesting. But with that movie, it just caught me off guard and what happened later. And I was just like, oh, so. But yeah, very good. And I love Tom Hanks. Like, there's so many good movies I want you guys to see with him.
I want to see everything with him.
Yeah. He is amazing. I saw Castaway. That is one movie I want you guys to see with Tom Hanks.
I always wanted to see that.
Me too.
There's a story I have to remember. I have to write it down to tell you guys when we see Castaway. That was so weird and cool. Not deja vu, but it was almost like that Sixth Sense or something that happened to me ironically. To do with that movie with Wilson. That's all I'll say. So if you guys can remind me, I'll try to write something down and be like, oh, well, I'll tell you the story. So anywho, and guys, if you're new, welcome. We love to react to things. Mom and Kim are always blind to everything for the most part. I've seen some animations here and there because I love animation, and it's great to take this journey together. We have so many followers since the beginning. We have a lot of new people too, so we're really happy to have you guys. And if you want to check out our descriptions below, if you're watching on YouTube or any other social media, then please do. That helps us out a lot, especially financially through Patreon. If not, supporting us through any social media, usually YouTube, is wonderful because any little bit counts and it's major to us and it helps us grow more so we can create more.
Yes.
So thank you guys so much, and let's get into it. Shall we?
We shall.
Yes.
Forrest Gump. So dirty.
Brand new shoelaces.
They're bright shoelaces.
Right?
Yeah.
Brand new.
Aww. Is that Curious George or something? I remember the books. You used to read them to me
Yes, Curious George.
when I was little.
Yes.
Life was like a box of chocolates.
We know that
You
saying.
never know what
That's
you're
right.
going to get.
Yeah.
That's right.
But we're gonna straighten him right up now, aren't we, Forrest?
Oh!
Oh,
Look at it.
So that was Sally Fields. I didn't look at her until just now.
Oh, yeah. Easy. Mama.
Oh, you
oh
tugging
my
him.
goodness,
Oh,
poor
that's the
kid.
baby.
Yeah, don't keep looking at her. Help her.
All right. What are y'all staring at?
I hope the kids are not mean to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can just see it now.
Immediately, all the stares.
Yeah, it's not nice, kids.
She's just gonna have to stand.
Can't sit here. You can sit here if you want.
Oh,
I had never seen anything so beautiful
That's
in my
cute.
life. She was like an angel.
Oh!
Hey, dummy!
Oh, God.
oh my gosh.
Jerk.
Run, Forrest,
Oh, he wasn't even gonna run.
Not good. Come on.
Oh,
Oh,
what's wrong with the braces?
look at that.
Oh, look at
they're
him.
breaking.
He's breaking him right
Oh
off.
my gosh, no. Oh.
Woohoo!
Wow,
Yeah.
look at Yahoo! I'm free.
Good, get a flat tire.
Oh, don't good for
Wow.
them. Like, ooh, be on our team.
It's like, wow, he's a faster runner than that guy. Okay,
Oh,
run!
Forrest, run!
Run.
Everything tells him
Nice.
that. No, that
Oh
way.
my
No, that way! Yes!
Oh, he's so
Okay,
good.
stop! Okay, stop!
Whoa, stop. No, we can keep going.
Have you ever been with a girl, Forrest?
Hanging out with my
Next time in
mom.
my home economics class all the time.
He's so innocent. Oh.
Oh, he doesn't know what's happening to
No,
himself.
it doesn't. No, okay.
Bet that never happened in home ec.
Oh my God!
What the heck?
Really, with your roomie right there.
Oh, that's
and it's a
too
guy.
weird.
You shouldn't have a
Too
guy
awkward.
in there.
President Kennedy met with the Collegiate All-American Football Team.
Where's he gonna be?
Now, I must have drank me about 15 Dr. Peppers.
Oh,
He's
no!
burping up a storm. Yep.
Whoa. Oh,
Exactly.
excuse us.
Congratulations. How do you feel?
Don't pee your pants.
Oh, that's
it. Hey.
wow. What a good job. He even responded.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
That's good for him.
Oh,
I didn't know
Oh,
who
that's
I might
good.
meet
nice.
or what they might ask.
I was just looking in the binder boat of my own. Got dressed.
It's almost like him just talking away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name
Friendly.
was Benjamin Buford Blue.
You twins?
They stare at each other to confirm.
There's no-
Try not to do anything stupid, like getting yourself killed.
I sure hope I don't let him down.
He's smart to say
Oh,
that.
my
Yeah.
God.
How would you like to go into the shrimping business with me?
Oh, that's like,
Okay. Man, I tell you what, 50-50. Now, hey, folks, all the shrimp you can eat.
Somebody turned off the rain and the sun come out.
Whoa.
surprise.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
no.
Oh.
Oh, my God. No, no. Oh.
And stop!
Oh,
You gotta
wow.
learn to stop though.
Leave me here. Get away. Just leave me here. Get out.
Look at him. Come on. He wants to
No!
say,
No!
oh, no.
I said leave me here.
I gotta find Bubba!
Oh, yeah.
Save
see.
him. What a wonderful friend. He's a real
Isn't he?
hero.
It's like that. Yeah.
Right to left, just like the
God.
truck.
Whoa.
Is she going in the water?
I think it's Jenny.
Oh, my
Oh, it's Jenny?
Jenny.
Oh, that would
my
make
God.
sense.
She has all the
Wow.
robes on. Oh, he's gonna go right in.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
oh the shadow coming down.
Yay.
How perfect.
Gilligan, the day that you are a shrimp boat
Gilligan.
captain, I will come and be your first mate.
Ah,
Oh, well.
Man.
oh, he's so sad.
Oh,
Nice boat.
I knew.
Cool. Yeah.
I guess he
Like,
is.
how do you see?
Oh, if only Bubba was there.
Was he hiding? Oh, is that
Hey, his first mate.
Yes. Oh, you're not paying attention. Or
What?
Oh, he can't stop. No, honey, you can't leave your boat.
Oh, my God. Did you show you
it's gonna crash.
And I'm gonna be calling you sir.
Oh, no.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
gonna hit the dock.
oh, my God. Oh, my God. Whoa.
That's where we're gonna find those shrimp, my boy.
He's fun.
Great. It's so nice to see him happy.
And he can sit up there high. Doesn't have to use his legs.
Oh.
Oh.
This is just what he needed. I hope he doesn't fall off.
one shrimping boat actually survived the storm.
After that, shrimping was easy.
Then it was easy.
that.
Only one.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow, way.
I never thanked you for saving my life.
Turn around. Nice.
Wow.
Forrest had a phone call. His mama said.
His mama.
Another song.
Oh, he's
No,
gonna
honey.
jump in again. Oh,
Oh,
the shoes.
my gosh, he just.
He got me invested in some kind of fruit company. And so then I
Oh
got a
my
call
God,
from him
fruit
saying we
companies,
don't have to
Apple.
go anymore. And I said,
Okay.
and I gave a whole bunch
Elk Up
of
Medical
pies
Center.
about your fishing material. I gave Bubba's mama Bubba's shell.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
nice of him.
Oh, pass out.
The
Oh.
love.
Oh, my God.
Are you gonna stay this time? You realize?
Oh, I'll have to.
Jenny came back and stayed with me.
You realize they named a lot of boats after you.
Maybe it was because
Yeah.
you had nowhere
Like
else
what?
to go.
Yeah. So I dance. Aww.
Jenny.
Forrest, I do love you.
This is too adult for mom.
She's sneaking out on him.
Oh,
I think that's worse to give him that.
It
than
was.
that's right. Come on, that's
to
not.
leave again.
that's
Oh,
not
they're gonna
right.
pick up. Someone's picking her up.
That
When you
day,
get in trouble, just
for no
run.
particular reason,
That's right.
I decided to go for a little run. I ran clear to the ocean.
Wow. Oh, jeez. Whoa.
I had run for 3 years, 2 months.
No, we should stop
How
it.
healthy. As long as it's not bad on your joints, he's just stopping you.
I'm pretty tired.
I guess.
Think I'll go home now.
This is my very good friend, Mr. Gump. Here, can you say hi to him?
Hello, Mr. Gump.
Hello?
I named him after his daddy.
Oh, I had a
You got a
feeling.
daddy named Forrest too?
No, it's you.
Yours, Daddy.
I had a feeling. Yoo-hoo.
Is he smart?
He's very smart.
Oh,
He's one of the smartest in his class.
oh, that's what he was worried about.
Oh, that's his word about. Oh, no.
They're tilting. How beautiful on his own
Isn't it?
property,
Oh,
too.
that's
It's like,
nice, yes.
oh.
That's nice.
Oh.
Oh,
Aw,
oh,
Oh, came
everything he
together.
wants and more.
Yeah.
You died on a Saturday morning. I had you placed here under our tree. Here's your bus.
Oh, just like his
oh, look
mother.
at that. Yeah.
My favorite book.
Oh, the leather.
feather.
The feather. The feather.
Yeah. Oops.
It's like just Jenna being there.
Look at
Jenny.
that.
Mm-hmm.
In the heavens.
Excellent.
That was a beautiful movie.
Oh, that was really good.
I do
Oh,
applaud it. That
awesome.
was so
That
good.
was
My God,
great.
so
Yes.
emotional.
Oh,
I
Oh
give
my
credit
God.
to Tom Hanks. He is such a
Oh,
great
he's
actor,
a
but
great
in this
actor.
role,
hands down.
so
Oh my
believable,
God.
so good. To change his mannerisms and everything to seem special, like, you know, because
Yes.
he does have some problems, but he handled life so well. His mom really taught him well and loved
Oh, that's
him,
for sure.
and said, "Don't let anyone tell you
Amazing role
different."
model.
Oh, my God.
You know, like, you are
Right from the
normal, and
beginning.
yeah, right from the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
and almost like, you know, I'd be like, well, you're better than that, because other people will judge you, and it's not right. And he was so good. He was loving it for everyone, like he loved everyone. He was so compassionate. He did so
Yeah.
much in his freaking life. How
Yeah,
amazing!
Did
It was so
really
funny.
accomplished.
Wow, he
For
sure
someone
did.
who had a low IQ,
Yeah.
God,
and it was
yeah.
just it was his mother's upbringing that just
my
brought him to where he is now. He's accomplished so much. His positiveness
Mm-hmm.
He's so
and the
caring.
relations he met along the way.
Yeah.
3 presidents.
I love how it started with
Never gave
Elvis.
up.
That was great.
Oh, that was
Because I
good,
was like, he
yeah.
sounds kind of like Elvis. But I'm like, oh, some people probably just sounded like him. I don't know. But then he's playing the guitar, and then right when he starts doing the dance with his braces on his legs, like he starts doing that dance, I'm like, that's kind of like Elvis, and he sounds like Elvis, and that's when I made the connection. And I'm like, oh my God, is Elvis there?
Oh, he's not an impersonator.
And then we
It's
saw
the real
him.
deal.
How great! So there were so many main events in history that he was a part
good,
of.
Yes.
I was blown away with the special effects of him being in actual footage, and they blended him to look like he was there. I mean, if you really look for it, you can tell that it was
definitely.
altered a lot,
that
but
was good.
he did such a good job that who cares? Because like it looked believable. I kept looking at the mouths too because the mouths were too clean sometimes, and they would talk a little fast, but it was too like clear that it looked different. But honestly, hands down, without nitpicking it, I really enjoyed it. If you were just watching, not looking for those things, I thought it was so good. It was so funny how he's just like in the background, constantly looking like, okay, I gotta be serious right now, and even talking to the president. Like he met 2 presidents, and that was three. He met 3 presidents.
And Nixon,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then, unbelievable.
John
Lennon,
he got away with.
Dick
Yeah,
Cavett.
he was on all these interviews, and he accomplished so much. And even though he was simple, he was more driven, and that was part of him, though. Like he was so focused. When someone told him something, he would just focus on that. And that really helped him succeed. And he was a caring person. He knew to keep a promise. He loved Bubba. And I am so happy he kept that promise. And
the basics in life got him.
Yeah. And even though things were hard, he figured it out. He planned it out like Bubba. Bubba was so cute. He would just constantly tell him about it. Like right when they first met up and were doing all these things together, like they kept talking, or he kept talking about the shrimp business that he wanted to do. And it was cool because they were both the same that way, where they would just constantly babble about these things that they really wanted to do with life or just their histories. And he stuck by that, and even though it was hard in the beginning, he figured out how he can get the money, which he had, and then got everything Bubba listed that you needed to do to get started. And it was hard at first, but he kept at it, and coincidence, they had this big storm. So again, they have all these things that actually happen in history happen in this, and then they just yeah. And luckily that happened, unfortunately, but lucky for him. So then he blew up with his business afterwards, and there was no problem with the shrimp.
Amazingly.
Wow,
oh my God. And he kept his promise even with Lieutenant Dan.
Yes,
he was amazing.
When he was yelled at, like he would get upset, but he stayed removed from it. When Dan attacked him in the beginning because he was so upset, he's like, why did you save me? I want him to die there. Like that's tragic because he lost his legs, and that was his mission, and he was a great lieutenant, but he didn't want to be a cripple or anything. No one ever wants to be a cripple, you know?
And he wanted to do what his father and his forefathers did before him. He wanted to die in
battle. You know what, really
yeah.
quick too, with that whole sequence, I love that, because we saw that twice, where even with Tom Hanks' character, like, he was like the ancestors, and then so was Dan, I think, right? Because every time his ancestor died, I think it was him, just in a different outfit.
That's right, yes.
So I like how they did that. So it's like, hey, he looks just like him. But yeah, like he wanted to die with honor. And I see it, I mean, like, I've never been through anything like that, so holy crap. But, you know, I see it as life is precious, and you want to be able to live and enjoy life if you can. I mean, it's so easy to say that because there's a lot of hardships out there, but you only have one life, and you have the rest of eternity to be dead, you know? So I try to think, like, you try to find the good in life. So I'm happy with, he had to go through these motions to get where he was at the end, but also out of luck too, working hard with Gump to have the shrimp business, get the money, be able to get new legs. But
never gave up on him.
Yeah,
He
but
never gave up on him.
before he got the new legs, he actually really started enjoying life with Gump once he started accepting what happened to him. You know, so
Certainly.
I love the development all the way through.
Definitely, and even with Jenny, I mean, she had struggled all through her life. It started with her father sexually abusing her.
That was
and
terrible.
She just continuously let men in her life abuse her.
Yeah,
that's right. That was horrible.
And it sucks because that kind
couldn't let Gump in her. She just couldn't let Forrest, you know, be with her.
So I felt bad. I was getting defensive with her because Gump was so pure, and I loved her in the beginning because she understood him and really loved him for who he was and didn't try to change him. And kids are blunt. I know right away. She was like, "Are you dumb or something?" And I was like, "Hey," but it's true. Kids want to know right away, and she was upfront. She wasn't trying to fake it and not like be his fake friend and be like, "Oh God, what's wrong with this guy?" Like she just wanted to know up front, and she accepted it and she was fine with it and they were great friends, you know. But with her issue with her dad, like how freaking abusive was he? Like, ew. I mean, not that there's any comparison at all, but to freaking do that to a child, let alone your own daughter, I'm sorry. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, how disgusting.
Horrible.
Either way, disgusting. And that molded her too. So down the road, like, she was so used to abusive relationships, so she was always abused, and she kept going back to that lifestyle no matter what. Even the guy that we saw slapping her halfway through the movie, and Forrest attacked him, you know, and then afterwards he's back again. Oh, I'm sorry, no, he didn't mean to do it. And I love Gump, like, actually yelling at him, but it's not like a normal reply. He's talking to Jenna and just raises his voice to what he's saying to Jenna to him to get his point across. So that was cute, you know. But he gets it. Even though he's simple, he gets it. He gets normal stuff. Like, he gets the energy. He gets when someone's angry or abusive, and he really stands up for what's right.
He does. And he even got when she wouldn't say yes to marrying him. She just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Until she got sick, then she realized he is going to be the best role model for our child.
Yeah. Right. And I know she really did care for him. I really think she took advantage of him a lot because I know she loved him and she was messed up. She definitely was messed up and did a lot of wrongs to him. So I was getting defensive about that. But she went through a lot in her life from a young age that was terrible, and no child should ever go through that. And that caused her to go through all these other adventures in her life and end up in different locations with bad people. Not always bad people, but she was abused a lot and doing a lot of drugs, not working most likely. And
she wasn't taking care of herself.
Not taking care of herself. She looked so sickly later. She was going to commit suicide a few times, twice at least that we saw. It was terrible. So she kept going back to Gump almost to gain something because she felt so crappy about herself and she had nowhere else to go that she'd go back
and
to
that's where she felt the most comfortable.
Yeah, and then she'd leave again. And I know also it's more complicated than that because she did care for him and then she'd feel bad and regret it and wanted to go back and then give him comfort and give herself comfort and then maybe get regretful again because she knew she was messed up and didn't want to like bring him down because she knew how pure he was and didn't want to, and she thought it was worse for her to be there. So I think she was still doing it out of the goodness of her heart and her mind to just leave him again, but it was still not right that she kept leaving.
It wasn't right. And I think
time.
it wasn't
especially the last time, you know.
Yeah.
You know that she was so
I think when she was younger, she probably didn't think he could make a living, do what he needed to do to provide or be a good partner for her. But it was quite the opposite. He was very right on the ball.
He was a good husband. I love that so much.
And she just wasn't ready. She
was like,
out of the two of them that weren't ready for life was her.
Yeah.
It was
I love
ironic.
how that was different. Yeah, because he was so good and loyal and he just loved her, wanted her. Even in the beginning when he first got together with Dan and they were like hanging out for New Year's and they had the two girls there and the one girl like jumps him and he gets all defensive and not even defensive, he got freaked out and she smells like cigarettes and you know he was thinking of Jenny too at that moment. Like all he wants is Jenny and just so pure, you know, and I just love everything about this. Just the character development is great all the way through. And I love how there were mini stories and how it all came together and from the beginning with Forrest talking to the people on the bench and a couple people in the beginning were like, all right, why is this person talking to me? And then we kept going through the story of all these random events that took place in his life that were big events. And then we would see other people on the bench. It was just cool.
Oh, that was good.
It was great. It was great when he was telling that older guy about the shrimping business, and he totally didn't even believe
That's right. He was.
And then the other lady, he brought
the
other
lady
stayed
out. There. She stayed there. The last lady, she stayed there.
Yeah, and she really was very intrigued.
Mm-hmm. I love going through that whole process, and then she's like, you don't have to wait for the bus. So the whole time he's waiting for the bus telling the story, he could have just gone a few blocks away. So they tied that up nicely. And it was perfect and symbolic with the feather in the beginning, because I was like, why are they showing this feather? And I knew just to follow along in the beginning, and then it lands on his foot, and then he tells a story. But it was almost like Jenny was with him the whole time, you know?
Yes.
I mean, because this was before she passed in the beginning, but then it was there again. So she wants to fly like a bird, and so she was a really good person. She just had a lot of bad things happen in her life, and it was terrible. I am happy she married Forrest at the end, because she really did love him. She really did care for him a lot. She could have been there a whole lot more, and her life would have been way better off, but she was just too messed up to see it that way.
She wasn't ready. And thank God that Forrest has a son, and
That's
named
right.
after him.
And they got legally
And they're going to
married.
be together. Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
legally married. So
I
the son
love
is-
that. Yeah, so it was a happy ending anyways. And what a beautiful property. His mom was buried there, right? And then
Yes.
Jenny was buried
It was a
there.
family
Oh, God.
property.
Oh, my gosh.
Beautiful
Yeah.
property. Holy crap, yeah. I just loved everything
Awesome.
about it. The emotions. The scene that really got me, I mean, the mom dying, Jenny dying, like that really got me. But when he got emotional, because he doesn't always he cares so much, but we never see him break down or anything. And when he asked Jenny, looking at his son, is he smart? And he couldn't even say it because he was so choked up.
Yes.
That got me because he is so strong as a person, thanks to himself, but to his mom. His mom guided him well, and how he never got upset over other people yelling at him, almost running him over with a bike, a truck,
that's
all the
horrible,
crazy
yes.
stuff, and war, like all these bad things that happened to him because he's different. That never tore him down. It really didn't. He never broke down over that. But once
him.
he thought that someone else, because of him, would live that same life, he got upset and didn't want that for his son. That got me big time. I was like, oh my God, he just thinks that way. Like, you're a good person, but he didn't want that hard life for his son. So it was happy with them being together at the end.
It was good. I like
That's
that.
good.
I love the scene where he got his buddies, as many buddies as he could,
Yeah.
in war, and he put them over by the beach side and just
That
kept
was
going
great.
back
That's
there.
good.
He
looking
knows
for
what's
his
going
friend,
on.
But he just picked up anyone he could pick that was
That's right.
asking for help, that was alive, whether they wanted it or
Yeah.
not. Like
Yeah.
That's right.
But
And that's why he's so smart, and
Amazing.
people are calling him dumb because like he's wired differently and he focuses on other things differently. And yes, like he's told, run Forrest run, and I love how that was a follow through all the way through the movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
it's like-
I thought that was going to be like just the beginning, run Forrest run, because I've heard that quote before, and I thought it was just him running in the beginning back and forth from school because of those freaking bullies. But no, like
Yeah.
all the way throughout his life, run Forrest run. So that was cool how I kept coming back to that.
Yeah.
And when he
good.
went by that motto and grabbed the guys, went back, he knows that people are dying. He knows he's risking his life. So he knows he has this mission to go and bring these people back. So yes, he's focused on run, Forrest, run, but he knows to bring them to this area that's
Yes.
safer. It's going to get blown up. And he just kept doing it because when he's motivated, he's better than normal.
Oh, right,
he
sure is.
that's why he's so
he knew
successful.
Time was,
Just fixed on
time was
that.
not on his side with the airstrikes coming,
Yeah.
and he just kept
And he had to
going
find
along.
Bubba, and that was so sad that he
sad.
died.
Yes. Oh.
So the parts that I did know about was I didn't know how Bubba died, but I saw parts of him and Forrest talking about the shrimp company that they wanted to do, and then later on I saw Forrest on the shrimp boat with Dan, so it was kind of like, okay, well, Bubba's not there, so he died somewhere. So when he first got blown up, I thought that was him with the missile that came in and blew up everything.
right,
I thought that was
yeah.
him. It might have been, and maybe it just like blew him back and he was okay, but then running into the woods, that's when he got really shot. I saw the part with Jenny on the ledge going to jump off the balcony.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't
Yeah.
too nervous there, but I tried not to react too much, because I don't want to throw you guys off. One thing that I like about this too is he always again keeps his promises, and Bubba was supposed to get half of the money from the
Isn't that
company,
something? Yeah.
and he gave it
That's
to the
right. He
family.
Gave it- yes, he did. That
Yes.
was so
Oh,
And he
that
nice.
was
split
so
it
sweet.
in thirds because now he had his,
Other
he had
first
Dan
mate,
with them.
yeah.
So
And he was so
he
successful,
split
got new
it
legs.
evenly.
right.
Yeah.
He was
And he
so
gave it to the-
good.
He gave it to the church too.
He did, and he
church
did the
and a
medical
hospital,
center.
too.
Yeah,
Yes, in the center. Yeah.
he was so thoughtful. Like he
Yes.
put money in good places. He didn't
Now
just
he
like
has a
throw it
fruit
away.
company.
I
Shares
love
in
the
a
fruit company. That was so good.
That
I was
guy,
cracking. Yeah, I was like, this fruit company was he made you see the apple at the top. That was so perfect.
That's
And-
good. Yeah.
yeah, so he was
That's
so
it.
innocent in that way, and I love all these different things that he did. But even like cutting grass for free because he was just so rich, he didn't have to do anything like that. So he wasn't greedy, He
And,
just
and
played his
it's nice
cards
that
right.
Dan didn't take the money or swindle him or anything.
Yeah.
That's right. That is
I am.
good, yeah.
He had a great arc too because
He did.
he was a great lieutenant, and then he goes through all these motions, and it's horrible. And he was a cripple. He hates Gump for what he did. He wanted to be left behind and die honorably like his family. Before him, he had to go through a lot of crap. A lot of time has passed before they finally mended and became good friends. It was cool to see him get defensive when those girls called him stupid.
Oh,
Dan got
definitely,
mad
yes.
at that.
He sure
Yeah,
did.
I
know?
liked seeing that. That was
Me
that
too.
was the beginning of a different relationship with him
right.
and how
Yeah.
he felt.
Another good part was when Gump went up on the stage and he was going to talk about Vietnam.
Oh, that's right.
And the whole time, like, it gets cut off and fumbling with the audio jack.
That's right.
Or many jacks.
Which is great because then nobody is
Well, no.
offended. You know,
That's
he was
right,
up
yeah.
there, he said his spiel.
It might sound really good
That's
for
right,
someone,
yeah.
maybe not someone else.
That's
And then
right.
he was
That's
like,
right,
that's a good speech, man. That was
That's
great. Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
So we never heard it. That was perfect. And even when he's like, that guy swears a lot. And yes, you can say the F word, but if you say he swears too much, it changes the rating of the movie. So they got creative there where you heard like the weird altered noises of the microphone where he would cut off his F words.
right.
So you can just imagine what he's saying. And then he said a couple of them that we did hear. But I just love it. The humor was so great in this. It was so emotional in
good.
different ways. You know, just the romance was nice. It was really sad. I love Sally Fields. Like, she's such a wonderful actor.
She is very
And
good actress.
I like how young she was in the beginning. And again, she aged very well, but you can tell, of course, they put more makeup on her in this to really make it look like a lot of years passed for all of them.
Yeah.
But how young and pretty she was in the beginning, and then she was way older at the end before she died.
Yeah, and her fashion statements. With her
Yes,
dresses
yeah, I love it. You see the
and
different
sweaters.
decades. Wow, yeah, so I really liked everything about it. I'm going to say, like, my favorite thing was Bubblegum Shrimp. I just loved him getting successful with that and business booming after the hurricane hit, and, you know, Dan meeting up with him and becoming friends. I really loved that part. That was probably my favorite.
That's good.
I loved the whole Vietnam arc.
That-
That was
Very
really
good, yes.
good because
That was
it
intense.
really, I was very fearful that when he went in it, because I was like, oh no, what is going to happen with this poor boy? But
He got bit in the butt.
He rode right in the buttocks.
Right in the buttocks.
That's right, the buttocks.
And say, oh, I wish I could
Showed
see
with
that.
Yes,
that was great. It's like, that was so good.
Right.
Yeah, I love that whole
That's
part.
very good.
And do you have a favorite part, Mom?
Well, I liked it when he was going to shake President Kennedy's hand. He had to go to the bathroom. I go to go
Oh,
pee.
yeah, I had to go pee. It's like, oh, yeah, yeah, pee.
How many Dr. Peppers did he drink? Like 13, 12, 13?
I know.
Insane.
It's like- I just love that because he enjoyed the little things in life because he was
Yeah.
different and he just thought things differently, you know. So he's like drinking. He's like, oh, I get free drinks. I get free food all the time. It's great. And the ping pong thing, just everything. But anyway, it's like all the drinks and he's going up to see Kennedy and then all of a sudden he's like a child and he's like, oh, we gotta go. He's very visual and very acting with that. It was just so funny. So again, I applaud like so much good acting in this, but Tom Hanks, just to have that kind of role, because we've seen him in other things and how he is,
He's great,
this was
yeah.
probably so hard to act so differently. And it's not just like expressing yourself, but it's your whole body language too was so
Oh,
different.
definitely.
He did it,
Exactly,
his
yeah.
posture was great. Like you can tell that he was just odd. Like there was something that wasn't normal.
Even when he jumped off the shrimp boat to go get to Lieutenant
That was
Dan,
funny.
He gets in the water, he comes out, and he's just like, just
And it's great too because it's not like a random thing. Like he does it multiple times, and yes,
That's
he was
right.
so excited. And then when he was scared about his mom being sick, he jumped off again because that's a
That's
fast way to
what
travel, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So all around a great
my
movie,
God.
and
excellent.
I do love Forrest and Jenny's relationship. Like their
That's it,
friendship
yeah.
was wonderful, and people just go through some bad crap sometimes, and you just have to figure your way as you
Right,
go.
yeah.
So she really did care for him, and I love them together and having Dan be good, and he was successful, has a wife, he's happy, and he can actually walk again.
That's good, yeah.
So overall,
Definitely.
very
We all
wonderful.
can take a lesson from Forrest. Totally, hands down.
That's right, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Just be good to
Honestly,
people
it was
and
almost like his
honest.
eyes were more open than anyone else because
Yes,
everyone
that's
else
right,
gets so full of
definitely.
And he
hate
was
and tunnel
smarter
vision.
than a lot of people.
Yeah,
That's right.
because he saw the bigger picture. I mean, yes, he would get
Yes.
confused and had tunnel vision with certain like directions, but he would understand body language and stuff. And I don't know, like he was just
Yeah.
more open-minded in different ways, you know. And other people were too
Absolutely.
judgmental of him. Another funny part was with the smiley face, and when crap
Oh,
happened,
that was
shit
good,
happened.
yes.
They was like
That was
ship,
good.
ship. But how great! Like they just put all this stuff together, like he did that. Oh, yeah, so wonderful
It was
movie. I am
terrific.
so happy we watched this. Please
I
leave
am
your
too.
comments
Oh,
below so
very
we can
good.
like read what you guys
Thumbs
think
up.
about this movie. Wonderful.
I wonder if
Thumbs
it won
up.
awards. It had to have
It
won
had
awards.
to. I'm gonna look that up
Had
now
Had
because I'm
to
sure
have.
it did.
Oh, yes.
We try not to look up spoilers
Sure.
or anything, and there's a lot of this I have not seen like anything else because I never dedicate myself to movies until the channel. So it's wonderful to make that excuse to sit and watch. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you're well. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please
Thumbs up.
subscribe. Woohoo! And we'll see you very soon as always. Bye guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
That's
You never
right.
know what you're gonna get.
Yes.
Mama knows what to say.
That's right. Mama knows best.
That's right.